You are 30, broke, and living in a rough neighborhood. Your friends are partying every night. Your parents want you to settle down with a safe job. You feel stuck in a cycle. You wake up one day and ask, is this all life is supposed to be? Jacob Galea was there. A street kid from Sydney who had nothing, no connections, no safety net. One night, after a fight, he stood on a rooftop, breathing hard, heart racing, staring at the skyline. He realized, if I stay here, I'll die invisible. That night, he didn't just decide to change, he decided to evolve. That's when he discovered the eagle mindset. Lesson number 1, don't act like a victim. Think like a predator. Jacob Galea doesn't sugarcoat it. He says most people live like pigeons, begging for crumbs, afraid of risks, flying low to stay safe. But eagles, they don't wait to be fed. They hunt. Jacob shares how he watches old friends complain about their jobs, bosses, bills. Every day, victims of their environment. But one mentor told him, your mindset is your master. If you think like prey, life will treat you like prey. So Jacob stopped playing small. He studied business, martial arts, meditation, anything that could sharpen his mind. Within years, he was coaching CEOs. If you want to change your life, stop telling sad stories. Start acting like the hero in a war movie. No one's coming to save you, but you can rise above. Lesson number 2, program your mind like an elite machine. Jacob believes most people don't need more motivation. They need reprogramming. Jacob once coached a top athlete who had the talent, the training, but still choked during big games. The reason? His inner voice was wired with doubt. Jacob trained him to visualize domination, replace weak language with assertive self-talk, and use breath work before high-stakes moments. Result? The athlete became a national champion. Takeaway: you don't rise to your goals. You fall to your systems. Install a new belief system. I don't hope. I prepare. I don't fear. I focus. Every eagle starts with a predator mindset, not a dreamer's heart. Lesson number 3, the storm is your lift, not your enemy. Eagles are the only birds that fly into storms. Why? Because the turbulence lifts them higher than any other condition could. When COVID hit, Jacob's consulting business took a massive hit. He lost clients, credibility, and had to lay off staff. But instead of retreating, he reinvented. He pivoted to online training, started a high-performance podcast, and by year-end was coaching more leaders than ever. The eagle uses a storm to rise while the pigeon hides under a roof. Your problems are not obstacles. They're invitations to upgrade. No pressure equals no power. If you want freedom, walk into your fears and soar through them. Lesson number 4, your environment is your mental altitude. Eagles don't fly with pigeons. They rise where few can breathe. Jacob warns, if your environment is toxic, no mindset trick can save you. He recounts coaching a tech startup founder who was brilliant, but his team was full of negative thinkers. Jacob made him replace 3 core people with high accountability, high clarity individuals. Within 6 months, the company's revenue tripled. Audit your circle. If the people around you aren't pushing you to fly higher, they're tying weights to your wings. Lesson number 5, discipline is the true power of the eagle. Jacob is a black belt in martial arts and says discipline is the one thing that separates the average from the extraordinary. It's not about feeling motivated. It's about showing up when every voice inside says, not today. Jacob himself wakes up at 4:30 a.m. Cold showers, journaling, visualization, then work. No excuses, no off days. Because discipline isn't punishment. It's alignment with your highest self. The world rewards a few who choose consistency over chaos. Train like a warrior. Think like a CEO. Fly like an eagle. Think above the crowd. Most people want success. Few want evolution. Jacob Galea's eagle mindset is a call to those who are tired crawling in fear and ready to soar with strategy. You don't need more money, more time, or more followers. You need clarity, courage, and control over your inner voice. If you're tired of thinking like the crowd and ready to think like an eagle, subscribe now. We break down the world's most powerful books and develop mindsets to help you rise beyond average. Jacob Galea once deleted all his social media apps for 30 days. Instead of consuming, he used that time to create content, launch a mini course, and write 2 chapters of a book. The results? His audience doubled, and he felt more alive than ever. Lesson number 6. Stop consuming. Start creating. Most people scroll endlessly, watch content, gossip, binge, and call it relaxation. But that's how pigeons live, distracted and trapped in loops. Eagles? They build. They create brands, write blogs, start businesses, record podcasts. They put their ideas into the world, while others just consume them. Consumption without creation is procrastination in disguise. Start building or stay stuck watching others win. Brain lesson number 7. Trust your intuition. It's your inner GPS. The world teaches us to analyze everything. But sometimes, overthinking kills our instinct. Jacob calls intuition your unfiltered truth. It's the gut feeling that tells you something's wrong before logic catches up. Jacob once turned down a multi-$1,000 deal because his gut screamed, "It's off." 2 months later, that client was exposed for scamming coaches. Your brain might lie to protect your ego, but your gut never lies. Eagles fly alone because they trust their own direction. Lesson number 8. Rejection is redirection. When people say no, most of us internalize it. We shrink. We take it personally. But not eagles. Eagles take rejection as proof they're aiming high, that they're not for everyone. And that's okay. Do you know that Jacob's first keynote pitch to a major company was denied? 3 years later, that same company hired him at triple the rate after watching his consistent growth. So rejection is a filter. It pushes out the people who don't see your worth and makes room for those who do. Lesson number 9. Guard your energy like gold. Eagles don't flap around with every breeze. They conserve energy and use it with precision. Jacob teaches that energy is a real currency, not time, not money. Most people waste it on drama, overthinking, toxic people, and meaningless goals. Jacob began blocking out entire days for mental silence. No calls, no meetings. His clarity, creativity, and execution soared. He did less, but made more impact. Takeaway from this story is, stop giving your energy to things that drain you. You can't build an empire while leaking power to petty distractions. Lesson number 10, die empty. Leave no potential behind. Most people die with their dreams still in them. That's the real tragedy, not failure, but unlived potential. Jacob's wake-up call came when a close mentor died unexpectedly. He had dozens of journals filled with ideas, but none of them ever published. That shook Jacob to the core. From that day forward, he vowed, "I will die with nothing left in the tank." He launched, published, failed, pivoted, but moved every single day. The key takeaway from this: you weren't born to play small. You were born to build, to risk, to pour it all out. The world doesn't need your perfection. It needs your action. Jacob Galea hammers in one brutal truth. You don't get to live like an eagle with the habits of chicken. Most people want transformation without sacrifice. They want confidence without discipline, results without sweat, and freedom without structure. But as Jacob says, your life will always mirror your standards. If your standards are average, your life will be average, no matter your talent or dreams. He explains that the eagle mindset is not a motivational gimmick. It's a ruthless level of personal responsibility. You wake up when others sleep. You move when others doubt. You speak life into your goals when no one else believes in them. And you never outsource your destiny to excuses or opinions. Your actions declare to the universe what you believe you're worth. Eagles don't beg. They don't wait. They claim the sky because they prepare to fly. Are you an eagle and willing to live with eagles? Or you just feel good while surrounded by pigeons?